Okay, today we're going to look at how to repair the broken latch on a Dyson DC37 vacuum. This is the dust bin, and the latch that is broken is right here. They snap off here. This one isn't broken, but I don't have the broken one with me to be able to show you the actual repair. It has three components that we use to repair it. We have this, which mounts to the top of this piece. We have the latch that's built into it as well. All right, and it's held in with a 3mm bolt and nut. And then we have the third piece, which is this one. And the one side at the top here is angled to accept the latch. All right, so here's what we're going to do. We take this first piece, and it has a curve right here, which will line up with the curve that's right here. So when you put it on like this, there, you see that curve and that curve line up visually. That's where you want it to go. Now, these can be glued on or screwed on. I'm going to go with glued on initially. So to glue this one on, you want to put your pressure right on this ridge when you're gluing it on. So you line it up, put your super glue on it, and push down on that ridge. That's where you want to try and attach it. You don't want to push here because it slides this way. You don't want to push on this flat because it'll slide the other way as well. So you line it up, push it down there, hold it until it sets, and then that piece is done. All right. Then the next thing you're going to want to do, again, is if you have somebody to help you, have them put just a little bit of pressure here to close that gap up, just a little bit, or you can use a clamp like this. And just put a little bit of pressure on that clamp. That will close that gap up just a tiny, tiny little bit. So you've got this piece glued on here already, lined up with the curve. Then you take your third piece, and you make sure you've got the piece that has the angle. It's this piece here. Let me see if I can get the orientation there. You can see the angle there. All right. And you put your latch into it. All right, you put it there. Bring your latch down, then just pull it back just a little bit and glue it on there. Let it set, and then you should be good. Just put a little bit of tension on it. You don't want to put on too much because you've already squeezed the lid shut a little bit with the clamp. All right, and that's it. Then once those two pieces are glued in, then you can just lift this up to open it, push it back down to close it. Now, an alternate method, if you don't want to glue your parts on, is I've put holes in both these pieces. So there's two there, and there's two there. There's one there and one there. They're 3mm diameter. So the first one, and I recommend gluing this one on because it's going to be hard to hold it and drill properly. But anyway, if you're going to drill it, hold it on, drill those two holes, that one and that one, with a 3mm drill or an 1/8 inch if you don't have a 3mm drill. Again, make sure it's lined up with the curve on the bottom piece. And then on the inside of the lid, When we open the lid up here, all right, we have this little piece that goes in, and it has nuts embedded in it, and it will go through here, wherever it sits in there, to attach to the bottom piece. All right, and then the last piece is this one, which again has holes and nuts, and it will attach in here so that the other plate can bolt it. When you drill the 3mm holes for here, drill them through this part first, then take it away, and then just drill those holes out maybe to 4mm, which will give you a little bit of room to move this back and forth to give you a bit more tension. And you don't have to clamp the thing closed as tightly, because you'll be able to adjust this back and forth in and out this way, because you've elongated the holes, or you've made the holes slightly bigger.